Hey, how's it going everyone? And welcome to the post-balance updated Doppel guide. To get things started, just let me make something clear. I believe there are mainly 3 DPS Doppel builds that are very strong. They are Swordsman 2, Barbarian 3, Doppel 3, Swordsman 1, Highlander 3, Barbarian 1, Doppel 3, Swordsman 1, Highlander 1, Barbarian 3, Doppel 3. So right now I'm going to talk about my most recent build, the build I'm using at the moment, which is Swordsman 1, Highlander 3, Barbarian 1, Doppel 3. The best point of this build is having several skills with relatively low cooldown, which is great for boss fighting and bursting down enemies, but I believe that the build with Swordsman 1 and Barbarian 3 would be stronger for Earth Tower because of more AoE damage and having Pain Barrier at level 10. I also believe that Restraint is very strong for soloing high level dungeons like the 290 dungeon. But all of the builds are very similar and all of them are very strong. And the build that focuses on Highlander and the build that focuses on Barbarian are both very strong and reliable. They are both amazing classes, and Doppel is a powerhouse, amazing class. On stats, this is a pure strength build, focused 100% on the damage. You get resistance and HP from gear and head accessories. Let's go over the ranks and the skills for each rank. Swordsman 1. The staple skill is Pain Barrier at 5. Pain Barrier is incredible, allows you to stay on your feet and keep dishing out damage. And for the buffs between Gung Ho and Concentrate, Concentrate is clearly stronger in late game. It scales way better than Gung Ho, and it also doesn't remove physical defense from you. With my character with no attributes, Concentrates buffs me for 350 damage, while Gung Ho buffs me for 80 damage. If you plan on taking the Doppel Punish skill with the Earthquake attribute, you will need to get Bash to level 5 and buy the Bash attribute for knockdown. If you don't want to take Punish, you can take Gung Ho to have both attack buffs, but I don't support this. I would advise you to take Bash and enable Punish. And with this, you end up with Pain Barrier at 5, Concentrate at 5, and Bash at 5. The next group of ranks you take is Highlander all the way to Highlander 3. As I mentioned before, we're taking Highlander 3 because of the burst skills. If we took Barbarian, we would have Helm Chopper, Cleave, Seism, and Pouncing for damage skills with Warcry and Frenzy for buffs. By going for Highlander 3, we get Skyliner, Crosscut, Vertical Slash, Skull Swing, and Moulinet for damage, with Crown for a little damage and enabling more damage on other skills. The point here is Barbarian 3 will give you mostly Pouncing, which is a continuous damage skill, and with Highlander you get more buffs plus 50% critical damage and more burst. The skills I picked are Skyliner at 10, your most powerful Highlander skill, powered by Crosscut. You use it directly after using Crosscut. Put max points into it. Crosscut at 10. Crosscut has good damage and boosts Skyliner. Max it. Moulinet at 10. Moulinet gets boosted by Crown and deals decent damage. Will be one of your fillers in the end of the game. Skull Swing at 5 is another useful filler. Deals armor break to the enemy, empowering a lot your physical damage. Vertical Slash at 5 gets bonus damage on bigger opponents according to the defense reduction from Skull Swing, and Crown at 5 basically boosts the damage from Moulinet. After Highlander 3 you get Barbarian 1. It's still powerful because you get a strike attack on Helm Chopper, and the always great slash damage increase but damage on enemies due to Cleave. You will max both of these skills and get Stomping Kick as a filler. And now things get amazing and tricky with Doppel 3. Everyone agrees that Cyclone is not as strong as it used to be, and other skills are currently overshining it. We took Highlander for this build, and with Highlander we got more burst damage. Because of this, I will focus on skills that increase this burst damage potential. I'm talking mostly about Zornhal. With the Deep Cuts attribute, it gives you at level 10 1242% damage for 4 hits with just a 15-second cooldown. Second in the line is Redo. With just 6 points to enable the multi-cuts attribute, you get 305% damage in 5 hits and an increase of 180% over that value because of the attribute. For 6 points, this skill is amazing. While many people disagree, I believe the numbers prove that Zucken should be at level 6 with the multi-cuts attribute. We also put 15 points in Deeds of Valor because of overall buff bonus, 1 point in Punish for the amazing value of the Earthquake attribute, and for this we have to remove 1 point from Zornhal, but we leave it at 9, so it's amazing. The final build ends up being Deeds of Valor at 15, Zornhal at level 9, Cyclone at 6, Rattle at 6, Zucken at 6, Punish at 1, Zwerchhal at 1, and Stutzhal at level 1. Also, don't forget to buy the attributes for Zornhal, Rattle, and Zucken. The attributes are amazing and make the damage of these skills incredible. Let's talk a little about gear. For weapons, you should use the heavy two-handed swords like Magi two-handed sword, Gale Slasher, and Sarkmis. If you have Soul Miki two-handed sword, you don't need me to tell you what to do, right? Place green gems in the swords because critical rate is hard to come by nowadays. You can grab the level 315 blue leather set that gives plus critical rate, or you can go for heavy plate, getting more defense and HP. It's up to you. For bracelets and amulets, Sissel bracelets and Max Petamion are bread and butter for everyone, so get them as soon as you are able to. The critical rate from Sissel makes a difference, especially because there are not many sources of crit rate nowadays. For boss cards, a full set of glass moles will do. These are the basics for a Doppel powerhouse build. I know there are many arguments about going for Swordsman 2, going with Barbarian 3, Cyclone 1, Cyclone 3, Cyclone 6. This is my take on the build after a lot of research and over a year playing Doppel. Currently, this is my preference, this is the way I'm building Doppel. Once again, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all the support. If you're new on the channel, please take a look at my other videos. Please subscribe to keep in touch with my future uploads. Leave a comment with suggestions and let me know what you think. As always, have fun and see ya!